Hey everyone, this is Casey from GravityKit, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get set up with GravityBoard. So GravityBoard is a really powerful add-on for Gravity Forms, allowing you to create customized Kanban boards for task management and workflow visualization on top of Gravity Form. Okay, so here I have a demo site set up, and the first thing I need to do is create a new form. So I'm going to hover over Forms here and select New Form. I'll select a blank form, and then I'll give it a name. And here I am in the Gravity Forms visual editor. So with GravityBoard, you can create boards for all kinds of different workflows. In this example, I'm going to create a simple task management board. So first off, I'm going to use a single line text field for the task name. Next, I'm going to drag in a drop-down field, and we'll use that for the priority level. I'm going to edit the choices and add some priority levels in here. Okay, so we've got low, medium, high, and critical. Next, I'm going to use a paragraph text field for the task description. There we go. And the next field will be the due date. So I need a date field. And then lastly, and most importantly, we need a lane field. So we need a select field that determines our workflow steps. And in this case, it's going to be the status of the task. So I'm going to go ahead and use another drop-down field here. And I'll edit the choices, and these will be the different lanes in my board. So we're going to start with backlog, active, ready for review, complete, and then we'll add one more for future. So these will be the different stages that our tasks move through on our board. Initial tasks that are added will get added to the backlog. Tasks that are being worked on will get moved to the active lane. Tasks that are ready for review will be moved here to the ready for review lane. And then when they're complete, they will be put in the completed column. And then any tasks that are not urgent, but have been put there for future reference will be added to the future column. So these again are the lanes on our Gravity board. So let's go ahead and save this form. Let's preview it. And here you can see it's a very simple form for adding new tasks. So we can add the task name, select a priority level, add a quick description, set a due date, and then choose the status. And by default, that will be the backlog. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add some task entries in here, and then we'll get started creating our board. Okay, so here I am on the Gravity Forms entry screen, and I've added a whole bunch of new tasks here. So this is looking good. Let's actually get started and create our new board. So for that, I'm going to simply click Create Board. So here I am on the GravityBoard feed page. So new boards are added as feeds. That means you can have multiple boards per data source. So multiple boards for each form if you want to. And that's really nice if you want to have like a client-facing board and then an internal board, for example. But anyway, let's get started configuring the board. So as you can see, there are 5 different tabs here at the top. And these are where all the different options are housed. So let's start on the first tab, which is for configuring the basic board setup. And let's start by giving it a name. And then the next step is to map the fields from our form to the different display areas in the actual card, because each task will show up as a card on our board. But the initial mapping is for the lane field, and that's what we spoke about before when creating the form. And that's going to be our status field, because those represent the different stages that our task will move through. The card title, that's already been mapped to the task, so that's perfect. Card description has already been mapped to the description field, so that's perfect. For the label, this is some extra information that we want to show on the card. And in this case, I want to show the priority level, so I'm going to map that. And then the due date has already been mapped to our due date field, so that's perfect. Everything is set up. Let's go ahead and actually save this before we configure anything else and just take a look at what that's looking like. So I'm going to click View Board here, and this is actually going to open it inside the admin area. So let's take a look at what that looks like. As you can see, we have our nice Kanban board set up here, and we have the different lanes here that correspond to the different statuses that we set previously. And as you can see, we have every single entry or every single task is shown as a card in its respective lane. We can drag and drop things to different lanes if we want to. That will actually update Gravity Forms in the background. And then, of course, we can see the priority, the name of the task, the description. And if we click into that, we can see some more stuff. So this is looking really good, but we have still a lot of options to configure. So let's click Edit Board and let's look at what else we can set up here. So scrolling down, the first thing I can do is enable entry notes, and this will allow users to actually leave comments on cards and even tag each other. So this is a great feature for kind of collaborating on the board and doing communications and stuff. Then we have assignees. That is enabled. So this allows you to assign WordPress users to tasks. And this is obviously a very helpful feature for kind of keeping track of who is responsible for what. And then you can select which user roles should be able to be assigned to cards. And then I'll scroll down here, and now I have the option to enable checklists, which is a really powerful feature. It allows you to create checklist items on individual cards, and that's great for having like subtasks, for example. So let's enable that. And then attachments. Here we can actually upload file attachments to individual cards. So I'm going to enable that as well. And then let's carry on with the configuration here. So I'm going to go to the notifications tab. This allows me to enable notifications for GravityBoard. And GravityBoard leverages Gravity Form's built-in notification system. So we're going to look at that a little bit later on. And then we can also enable mention notifications. So if you're commenting on a card and you tag somebody, this will actually send them a notification to let them know that you've tagged them. And here you can configure the email that gets sent, and you can also use merge tags to add dynamic content. So merge tags are like placeholders that get replaced with actual data from the entry or the form. Okay, so next we can go to the permissions tab, and here GravityBoard really supports a lot of fine-grained permissions. So you can choose which user roles have access to perform what actions on the board, and you have a lot of control over this. So not only are there permissions for viewing and editing cards, but there are also permissions for adding entry notes and checklists and attachments as well. So you have really fine-grained control over this. Okay, so let's go to the Appearance tab, and here we can actually adjust the look and feel of our board. So we can change the minimum height, and let's change that to 800 pixels, for example, make it a bit bigger. We can customize the board background color. We can add a background image. Here we can choose to render Markdown, which is a way of actually showing nicely formatted rich text in the card. And then we have the option to adjust the background colors. So let's actually configure some of these options now. Okay, so I've added some lane colors here to make the board a little bit more visually appealing. And then I've also added some extra height on the board. So let's save that. Okay, and let's take a look at what that's looking like. All right, so here's our board. As you can see, it's looking a little bit better. We now have color-coded lanes. So let's head back to the configuration quickly and take a look at the advanced settings here. The first thing is that GravityBoard supports advanced conditional logic. So if I click Add Condition here, I have the option to set filters here for which entries I want to appear on the board. And I have plenty of different options here. So if I open this dropdown, I could select, for example, created by, and then have that as is, and then logged in user. And that would ensure that logged in users only see their own tasks on the board. So this is a great way of having like personalized task trackers for each logged in user. But then you have a bunch of other options too. You can filter entries based on field values, entry meta, even some GravityBoard related data as well. So you can play around with this to ensure that your board is displaying the correct data to the correct users. Let's carry on going. Entry deletion, you can choose what happens when a card is deleted from the board. Attachments, you can choose to allow all file types if you want. And then checklists, you have a couple of options. You can move completed items to the bottom, but you can also add a checklist template. So if you add a checklist template here, then every new card created will automatically have that checklist. So this is a great way of kind of standardizing checklists across cards. Okay, great. So it looks like everything is set up. Let's go ahead and save the settings. Yeah, so I showed you how to view the board inside the admin, but let's go ahead and actually embed this board on a page. So I'm going to hover over pages. I'm going to add a new page, and let's give it a name. And then here we're going to add a new block, and I'm going to type a /, and you can see the top one there is already GravityBoard, so that's perfect. Let me click on that, and then I just need to select my board from the dropdown. There we go. I'm going to publish the page, and let's view that on the front end. Okay, great. So here is my new tasks board. And as you can see, everything is set up the way that I had it. And again, you can drag and drop tasks across lanes. You can open tasks here. you can see the task title at the top, and you can click in to edit this if you have the correct permissions, of course. You can also add assignees here. So these are all the WordPress users that I can assign to this task, like that. I can adjust the priority level here. I can edit the description. And this does support Markdown as well. I can add file attachments. As you can see, I've added one here, template.csv, and I can have checklists. And this is what they look like. So I've got a nice checklist here, and you can see I have a progress indicator at the top. And when I check off a new item, not only is it automatically moved to the bottom, but the progress indicator updates. And then here at the bottom, I can add notes to tasks, and I can also mention other people. So for example, if I type hello and then I type @ I can see all the users here that I can mention, and maybe I'll mention Dave Hanley. And then I can add that as a note. And then if I have a notification configured, Dave Hanley will actually get notified that I've mentioned him. One other thing to note is that you can view entries in Gravity Forms if you want to. So you can click this link here at the bottom, or you can click on these three dots here and just click View in Gravity Forms, and that'll take you to the Gravity Forms entry here in the backend. Okay, so before we end off this video, I wanted to hop back to the board settings here and just show you how to configure notifications. So if we go to the notifications tab here, you'll want to enable trigger form notifications. And then what you can do is come over here to the notifications tab, and this is built into Gravity Forms, and you'll want to add a new notification. You can give that notification a name, and then you can select an event that triggers that notification. And if you open that dropdown, you'll see there's a lot of different GravityBoard actions that can trigger a notification event. You can choose to add a notification when a card is added, a card is edited, deleted, and the same goes for lanes and assignees and attachments as well. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope this has been helpful for getting set up with GravityBoard.